Hey, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to another quick crypto update. Before we get started, I just want to say that I am not a financial advisor. Anything I say is strictly my opinion on the market. You should do your own research before investing money. Now, let's start off. We can see on CoinMarketCap over here that the market is recovering pretty good actually after the correction that we had recently. So, Theta broke into the top 10, which is incredible. It did a 3x in like a week or something. Cardano's doing better. Bitcoin's testing $58,000. I think pretty soon we can start hitting new all-time highs for Bitcoin. Now, today we're going to be taking a look at Bitcoin, Polkadot, and Orion Protocol. Now, we haven't never looked at Polkadot before, so that's going to be interesting. Jumping into the Bitcoin chart. So we can see that we did break out of this symmetrical triangle, and this is our target for it. So how we have this target is, you can see that we were in this broadening descending channel, and where the channel was first formed, as you can see over here, so that is potentially our breakout target. So it has to come to this level for this descending channel to be validated. Now, failing that, we can come back down and still test this uh, area of resistance over here on the ascending on the descending triangle. I'm sorry. So, and this is potentially our next target, because if we do indeed break out of this target, out of this descending triangle, I'm sorry, that would be our next target. Now, how did we get that target? Again, if you haven't watched my last video, I'm going to show you right now. So, where the triangle was first formed, at the very top to the very bottom, and that is how you get your target. So we did break out of here, so perhaps that would be our new target. We're just gonna change that up a bit. There we go. That is our new target. $62,800. That would be our next target, and this is our all-time high. So yes, target these three key areas over here. Now, if you were to take a long from here, which I'm not really a futures guy. I don't do futures, and I wouldn't recommend going in there if you're not experienced. But let's say if you did, that would be let's say that you started once we broke out of this descending triangle. So that would be to the first target. That would be a 7.3% trade. To the previous all-time high, that would be 10.7%, and to the target that we potentially have is 12.6%. I'm not I'm not giving you a financial advice right now, guys, but I'm just saying that if you did, you'd be in profit, or you wouldn't be in profit, but you could potentially get to at least these two levels in the next couple of days. So yeah, keep that in mind. If we do break down, like I said, target this support area of this triangle. And if we do indeed break down, and this is a fake out, and we can actually expect this to be a good resistance line, because as you can see, we had it as resistance here, we had it as resistance here, we had it as resistance here, and also here. So potentially it could come down here, and I don't see us coming back down to $50,000 Bitcoin. So yes, we did form this double bottom here, and I think that is the local bottom. We're not going to be touching it for a very long time, and in fact, I don't think we're going to see a Bitcoin below $50,000 till the end of this bull market. But hey, who knows? We could still have a major correction. Now that's it for Bitcoin, guys. Let's jump into Orion Protocol. Now Orion has been struggling a bit for the past couple of days, I would say. So now we are forming this potential head and shoulders pattern. So what this means is that we can break out or either break down from it. So typically this is a bearish scenario. This is a bearish pattern. And if we were to break out of here, so just so you see what I'm talking about. So this is the head. This is the first shoulder, and now we're forming the second shoulder. Now, if we were to form this shoulder, then we could potentially see a breakdown, and that could mean that we are not getting anywhere close to this previous all-time high, which of course sucks, but we have to look at all possibilities. I don't want to feed you gar guys. I want you to know your targets in a bearish and bullish scenario. So yes, we have this head and shoulders pattern. If it was to validate, and this would be our neckline. So if we were to form to close on this neckline here, and after that, if you see that we break out of it, break down out of it, that would be a bearish scenario, guys. So I don't want to see that happen. We have to close above this previous high that we made here, this double top. We have to close above it and break this resistance of $27 so we can move back in, and that would be bullish. But in a bearish scenario, yeah, we could come back down and test this uh multi-day, multi-week, I would say, resistance line, because like I said, the sell-off is going to be at March 31st. We still have 2 days, today and tomorrow, for a potential peak. So look out for that, guys. Like I said, if we break down below this neckline, expect us to come back here to this trend line. If not, expect us to break this $27, and that would mean that we are in a bullish trend, and that would mean that we are potentially moving up to this previous all-time high. Just to be safe, guys, I'm not a financial advisor. Once again, if you want to be safe, then have this all-time high as your first selling point. So take profits at this all-time high. If we go any further up, you can sell the rest of your tokens there. But I would say that we aren't gonna touch $35, perhaps $32, $33. That would be great selling points, guys. But I'm not a financial advisor. Once again, I don't know what's gonna happen. We can have a huge pump and then a dump later on. So keep your eyes peeled. Don't buy the peaks, guys. This is looking interesting right now. Um, what I do want to do is throw the fib on. So I did have my technical analysis video coming out, I believe a couple of hours ago, and it showed you all the levels that all the indicators that we use, and that's an interesting video. So check it out if you haven't seen it. A lot of you were asking for a technical analysis indicators breakdown. So, all right, from top to bottom, we can see that we did have a lot of resistance and support areas on the 0.5 fib level, which is common. The 0.5 level, as I explained in that video, is the one that's going to have most fighting going on. And we do seem to be struggling around it a bit right now. So we have to break past it to invalidate this head and shoulders pattern, because we don't want to see that. We don't want to break down to this trend line. Now, if we go past it, we still have a bit of resistance on the 0.618 level. But once we get through it, guys, that is gonna send us up to the previous all-time highs, because usually 9 out of 10 times when you break the 0.618 level, you're gonna skyrocket back up to the previous all-time highs and potentially break them. So that's what I think is gonna happen. And as you can see, this resistance line that we have above here, that forms the broadening channel, the broadening ascending channel. As you can see, we have these levels somewhere around $32 to $33 potentially coming up. So keep your eyes on these levels, guys. I wouldn't say that we're gonna go. I can't say that we're not gonna go to $35, and I'm not gonna say that we are, because it is very volatile right now. If you don't feel like selling before the main net sell-off, just stay with your tokens to be safe, to not have that stress. But yeah, that's it for Orion, guys. Like I said, we have to close above this previous high over here just so we can invalidate the head and shoulder. So yeah, let's jump into Polkadot. So we haven't really looked at this before. I'm sorry, we have something going on here. Let's see if we can get rid of that. So on the 4-hour chart here, guys, yeah, we can see that we did peak out here at $42. So that would be our all-time high, $42.2. And we did have a major dump here. So we formed a triple bottom over here, and that would be our local bottom right now. So we are trending in this area right now. So, and one other thing that I'm seeing here is that see that we had this M-like pattern, and we did break down out of it. So this was potentially the neckline of our pattern, and we did break down from it. So you could say that we almost made a head and shoulders pattern. Now, if this closed anywhere above these previous two, and you can also say that we had a head and shoulders pattern over here. So this was the head, this was the shoulder, and this was the right shoulder. So yeah, it looked pretty bearish for a while. Let's throw the. Actually, I didn't look at the EMAs. I'm sorry. That was not good on my part. So look at this. We did form a death cross over here. This is when the 20 EMA crosses down below the 200 EMA. Now, this 200 EMA did act as a resistance level, which was very bearish. Now we seem to have broken out of it, and we are dragging the 20 EMA with us. So what we want to see right now is the 20 EMA break out of this. We want to close above here, and that's pretty much what we are going to do. And yeah, so what I did see here is that we were forming some sort of a ascending triangle. So as you can see, we do that. So we did have those two tops over there, and we started forming higher lows over here. So this was an ascending triangle, and as you can see, we're making higher lows, higher lows, higher lows, higher lows, and we did break out of it. Now, how do we target our next area where the price can go after a breakout like this? So we take, like we did on Bitcoin, you take from the top of the triangle all the way to the bottom. And now if we did break out here, then that would be our next target at $39.4. We did break out of this ascending triangle, which is bullish. And let's see if we can get to this level, guys. I think we are on a steady way to the upside right now. Alts are pumping hard right now. Bitcoin's coming up to its previous all-time high. So I think we're doing well on the charts, guys. And let's just get rid of this. And let's throw the fib up, guys, just so you can see where we are potentially and what's going on. Because I do like to use the fib retracement a lot. It's very useful. So from this down to the bottom. Now, you can see that we did have a lot of resistance on the 0.382 level. We did have a lot of resistance, and the 20 EMA kept us bouncing off of it, and we were hitting our head on the 200 EMA here. Now, we did break through the 0.5 level, which didn't have a lot of selling and buying pressure, which was quite surprising, by the way. And now we have to get through the 0.618 level, and then we're off to the races, guys. We're going to smash through and get to this potential target over here. So yeah, keep that in mind. Look at this. Good resistance levels, by the way, over here on the 0.786 level. So we could still trade a bit over here. So what potentially could happen is we come up here, trade in this area for a bit, then come up here, trade in this area for a bit, and then we shoot straight up and break the previous all-time highs, guys. That is potentially what's on the cards for this for this chart and for Polkadot, guys. So yeah, if you enjoyed the video, leave a like. Let me know what you think of Polkadot. Are you invested in it? And let me know what you think of Orion Protocol. Let's see how many people we have. And thank you very much, guys. Thank you for the comments. Thank you for the support. I'll see you in the next one.